We're going deep today, peeling back the velvet rope on one of Hollywood's biggest, dirtiest open secrets, the underground world of yachting. This isn't a new story. It's a word you hear whispered in those super elite circles, often connected to A-list models, actors, and huge influencers. For years, names like Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber, and even Meghan Markle have been pulled into the speculation. But what is yachting, really? And just how deeply is this dark culture embedded in Hollywood's glittering events? What is yachting? Let's break down the term. Yachting allegedly means celebrities, models, or influencers getting paid serious money just to hang out with incredibly rich, powerful people, often on their massive luxury yachts. Look, on the surface, this is framed as glamorous networking or high-end companionship. But countless investigations and insider accounts suggest something much darker involving coercion, exploitation, and human trafficking. This term really took off after The Hollywood Reporter dropped a massive expose back in 2013. Their investigation centered on the Cannes Film Festival. You know the one. French Riviera, red carpets, exclusive parties. But behind all that glamour, the report detailed a whole parallel economy. Models and rising actors were being recruited to attend these private yacht parties hosted by powerful men from around the globe. A key figure in this mess was Eli Nahas, a modeling agent later convicted for literally supplying over 50 women to rich Middle Eastern clients during the festival. Nahas claimed that annually, 30 to 40 luxury yachts parked in Cannes were packed with women, usually nude or semi-nude, to entertain the world's richest elite. He said every boat had about 10 women who were simply called yacht girls. This is where the lines completely dissolve. These women were somewhere between party guests and escorts. The unspoken deal was terrifyingly simple. Their presence meant favors were expected. In exchange, they walked away with envelopes of cash. Payments scaled up based on the woman's celebrity status and, crucially, what she agreed to do. Nahas flat out stated that Hollywood faces were among those guests, claiming many justified it to themselves as just dates. So, the question everyone asks is, why would a successful, already wealthy celebrity even touch this kind of arrangement? The answer isn't money, it's power and access. These guys who own the yachts aren't just rich. They are deeply influential. They control entire businesses, massive entertainment deals, and all the media connections. Being in their inner circle can literally elevate your career overnight. The Hollywood Reporter argues that yachting your way to stardom happens with disturbing frequency. They even pointed to actress Irina Shayk, who somehow landed her debut film role in Hercules with absolutely zero prior acting experience. The unspoken message? These elite connections can transform into massive professional opportunities. A source who spoke to Stylist magazine summed it up perfectly. You might see someone on the red carpet and have no idea who they are, but there's a reason they're being elevated. They're being seen, and so is the person who brought them, and the men themselves. The source said you wouldn't recognize their names. They own companies, have immense wealth, and move quietly behind the scenes. You'd never know who they are. To truly grasp the appeal, you have to understand the sheer scale of wealth we're talking about. At the 2019 Cannes Film Festival, two yachts stood out. Serene, a $500 million vessel owned by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, featuring 2 helipads, multiple pools, a spa, and an indoor climbing wall. The other was Eclipse, then the world's second largest yacht, valued at around $1.2 billion. When you consider that simply attending one of these parties might lead to multi-million-dollar connections, lucrative contracts, or global exposure, it's clear why even established names might participate, not necessarily for the money, but for the life-changing access. In 2021, model and actress Emily Ratajkowski published her memoir, My Body, in which she reflected on her early career and the culture of beauty defined by powerful men. Portions of that book were widely interpreted as indirect confirmations of her own participation in this yachting world. She wrote about her experiences on luxury yachts and specifically mentioned Joe Low, a Malaysian financier later accused of embezzling billions from Malaysia's sovereign wealth fund. When Ratajkowski publicly discussed yachting with Joe Low, the revelation immediately reignited speculation about others who might have attended similar events, particularly Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber, who were photographed dancing with Ratajkowski on a yacht during the Cannes Film Festival. Joe Low's connections to Hollywood run deep. He was photographed partying with Paris Hilton in Saint-Tropez back in 2010. And by 2019, The Sun Daily reported that Kylie Jenner was set to celebrate her 22nd birthday on Joe Low's yacht. Around that time, a 2015 Crazy Days and Nights blind item began circulating. It claimed that Kris Jenner was coaching a young family member, implied to be Kylie, in how to please wealthy men and secure high-paying arrangements. The blind alleged this was part of an intentional strategy to maintain fame and income. The claims were never proven, but they absolutely fueled public discussion about the Kardashian-Jenner family's proximity to this world. Supporting details included a Daily Mail report that Joe Low once gifted Kim Kardashian $250,000 in cash and a white Ferrari after a weekend in Las Vegas. For over a decade, Kim Kardashian has been accused by online commentators of being a yacht girl, especially due to appearances at events and promotional trips in places like Bahrain and Kuwait for seemingly trivial brand openings. In 2012, Kim attended the launch of a milkshake chain called Millions of Milkshakes in Bahrain, a trip that ended in protests and police intervention. Critics speculated such trips might have been fronts for private meetings with clients. Meanwhile, Kendall Jenner drew attention during the grand opening of Hotel Atlantis The Royal in Dubai in January 2023. A TikTok user known for lip reading claimed Kendall was overheard saying, "This is my third time. My first few times were horrible." The clip went viral, prompting immediate speculation about what previous times referred to. The rumors escalated after the resurfacing of the infamous Dubai porta potty scandal, an alleged trend where wealthy men flew influencers to Dubai and paid them for deeply degrading acts. While unverified, the overlap of timing and Kendall's remarks fueled online debate about what actually goes on during such luxury trips. Another recurring figure in yachting rumors is Meghan Markle. Speculation dates back to the early 2000s, before her marriage to Prince Harry, when she was mainly known as a deal or no deal briefcase model. Some online commentators have suggested that her connections with powerful circles during that time helped her social ascent. A blind item posted by the gossip account 3 Days 3 Nights claimed that when certain B-list actresses post revealing photos on social media, it's often a subtle signal of availability for weekend yachting events, with fees reported around $30,000. While there is no direct evidence linking Markle to such practices, her name continues to surface in online discussions about the intersection of celebrity visibility and hidden luxury arrangements. A 2017 Crazy Days and Nights post also mentioned a bottled water company, 138 Water, suggesting it might serve as a front for high-end escort services. The claim stated that a sleazy paparazzi agent used the brand's bikini photo shoots as a catalog for wealthy clients. The blind alleged that most models posing in these water ads were available for a price and referenced a momager, believed by some to be Kris Jenner, and a broke rapper, allegedly Tyga. When reviewing 138 Water's social media, nearly every post features women in swimsuits, often accompanied by captions that describe the model's vibe, energy, and beauty, rather than the product itself. Phrases like, "Join us in celebrating the unstoppable energy," and "Get ready to be blown away," only fueled suspicions that the water company was being used as coded advertising. For struggling models or out-of-work actors, yachting is rumored to offer fast-tracked access to wealth and connections. Agents reportedly promise introductions to producers, directors, and executives capable of changing someone's career overnight. But the darker side is rarely discussed publicly. One Crazy Days and Nights blind item described by fans as being from actress Vanessa Lengies, though never confirmed, shared a first-hand account. The anonymous actress explained how, after her show was canceled, she was introduced by another actress, allegedly from Glee, to a woman who arranged modeling trips to Europe. The modeling job turned out to involve staying on luxury yachts, wearing revealing clothing, and entertaining the guests. The actress claimed she was paid $25,000 up front for what she was told would be a modeling gig. Upon arrival, she was allegedly pressured into inappropriate situations, describing scenes of heavy drinking, groping, and drug use. She said some women disappeared mid-week, others overdosed, and that she left deeply traumatized. In 2021, Vice published an interview with a former super yacht deckhand who described the hidden life of these floating parties. On the surface, it seemed like the coolest job in the world: luxury destinations, celebrity guests, and endless champagne. But beneath the glamour, the deckhand claimed, was a cycle of drug use, sex parties, and exploitation. They described cleaning up after orgies and drug binges, and even recalled incidents where animals were slaughtered on board to serve fresh food. In one chilling account, they said an officer died after an anchor chain came loose and severed his leg, and that the event was quietly covered up to avoid scandal. The stories surrounding yachting remain largely unconfirmed in official records. Much of the information comes from blind items, leaked messages, and insider accounts. But the sheer consistency across these sources paints a troubling, undeniable picture. It reveals an undercurrent of exploitation and silence beneath the glossy surface of fame, a system where access, beauty, and opportunity intersect with power, secrecy, and control. Whether or not every celebrity rumor holds truth, the system that allows such practices to flourish continues to exist, quietly shaping careers, manufacturing visibility, and rewarding silence. Until the people involved, from agents to clients, face accountability, yachting will remain one of Hollywood's most persistent and darkest open secrets.